Hey, everybody. Welcome to Choose Love Awareness Month. I'm so excited you're here. Welcome. Good to see you. Such a great chance for connection with classrooms across the country. How amazing is this? Hello, hello. Love seeing you all. All the schools that are joining, all the kiddos. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Hey, welcome. Choose Love Awareness Month. Celebrating starfish moments, everybody. So exciting. Hey, everyone. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to learn some, but we're going to have a lot of fun. Yay. Hey, everyone. Good to see your smiling faces. Happy Choose Love Awareness Month. It's like the greatest superpower that we have is being able to choose love. Got it on my shirt. I see it behind you, Miss Refson. Good sign. I see the starfish. Hey, everybody. So wonderful to see you. Welcome to Choose Love Awareness Month. My name is Scarlett Lewis, and I am the founder of the Choose Love movement. And today I have a few of the people that work with me. I have Patrick, who is our director of outreach. Patrick Kerrigan is in the house with me. And I have Betsy Carlson, who does data management and so much more. I bet that any of your teachers that have reached out to us, you know these two people. And so it's putting faces with the name, deepening the connection. So wonderful that you're all here. Thank you for celebrating with us. It is so important to get together. And I am so happy to have you all here. Let's do a little check-in. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? By the way, remember, our emotions are just data. It's not good or bad. We all feel all emotions, and they're just information telling us how we're feeling and maybe nudging us a little bit to do a positive action to feel better. And we're going to talk about how amazing our bodies are today and how they start healing right away. So let me know where you are on this ducky scale. Patrick, do we have chat enabled? I don't know if anybody wants to chat, but I am feeling a number 1. That's where I am. I am so excited. I'm thrilled. I'm filled with joy and gratitude for each and every one of you. I'm feeling really courageous and I'm just filled with love. So thank you so much for being here. Happy to have you. Choose Love Awareness Month. This is, I believe, our 9th or 10th year doing this. How fun is that? We've got proclamations from multiple governors. That's the head of your state saying that this is Choose Love Awareness Month for our state. And let me tell you something, it is a celebration because we know that, hey, everybody likes to have fun and we need to pause every once in a while, even if it's in the middle of the day, just like we are, to have a lot of fun. And thank you guys so much for doing that with me. So we chose the starfish this year for very specific reasons. Starfish are incredible sea creatures, and we're going to learn a little bit about them this year. I want to give you just a little bit of background about why we focus on starfish. Well, if you look at the screen, this top picture is a picture that my mom drew on a little piece of paper. She had an idea in her mind, and it was a little boy walking down the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them into the water. And you see, she wrote a little note on the side, and she gave me this note and she said, I want you to paint a painting that looks exactly like this. So that's what I did. This is my background for the Zoom. Do you guys see this painting? This is the little boy walking along the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them into the water. And I'm going to tell you why we are all like that little boy. And every time the throwing starfish into the water is like doing an act of kindness for one another. And every time we do that, we help and heal ourselves. I just wanted to give you a little history behind that. We have so many fun things going on all month. And I just wanted to give you a little heads up. We have an activity toolkit. If you haven't downloaded yours yet, educators, please do. There's so many fun things in there to do, really fun. We have an essay contest. And let me tell you something, the essays that are already coming in, this is day one, are amazing. One of the essays talked about having one person tell the other person it's going to be okay, and how powerful those words were to her. Just telling somebody it's going to be okay. There's so many different ways that we can be kind to one another and make somebody feel better. And by the way, when we do that, we help and heal ourselves. So download the essay contest if you guys are interested in doing some writing. We have lots of prizes for the students as well as the classrooms that win the contest. And so get some more information on that. Hey, we're going to have a parent and educator night next Tuesday at 7 p.m. So kids, if you like what you hear, go home and tell your parents. Tell your parents, hey, sign on, learn about the Choose Love Awareness Month and choosing love. You know, these are skills and tools. This is awarenesses. This is a mindset that we all are learning. And bottom line, it helps us feel better. And we don't always feel good as human beings. And having some skills and tools in our belt to help us feel better and help other people feel better, well, that is the superpower of choosing love. So I'm giving the parent and educator night next Tuesday at 7 p.m. And you guys, if you want to check out the store, we have an e-store, and there's lots of really fun things on that e-store about starfish. Here's our newest thing. These are starfish coins. So on one side of the coin, it has a starfish. You guys can make these in your class too on pieces of paper. One side has a starfish, the other side has choosing love. And you can give these starfish coins, or the ones that you made, to somebody who looks like they need a lift to help them feel better. Or you know what I do? I actually walk around with one in my pocket. And every time I need to feel a little bit better, I reach my hand in my pocket, I feel that starfish coin, and it makes me feel good. It reminds me. Okay, so I want to show you an intro video to the starfish moment. This is the grand introduction. No one else has seen this. This is really exciting. Let me know what you think about it. I'm going to play it now. I choose love. I choose love. There once was a little boy walking along the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them out into the sea. An older man walked by and asked what the boy was doing.
Hey, what are you doing?
The tide has gone out, and all these starfish are stranded. If I don't get them back to the water, they'll die.
But, little boy, there are thousands of starfish scattered all over this beach. Even if you worked all day, you would never make a difference.
I made a difference with that one.
Starfish moments in everyday life happen when we do small acts of kindness that make a positive impact on someone else's life. In addition to smiling, making eye contact, and active listening, you can create starfish moments by offering a helping hand, sharing positive encouragement, or showing up for someone in need. The Choose Love formula is a guide for cultivating starfish moments. We create a starfish moment by practicing the courage to pause and choose a thoughtful response over an impetuous reaction, feeling and expressing gratitude, choosing to forgive, to release pain and anger, to cultivate a deep sense of belonging, and compassion in action, to identify a need and actively do something to help. These small gestures collectively contribute to positive change and cultivate connection in the world around us. All the nurturing, healing love we give out comes back to us. When we help others, we help and heal ourselves. This is choosing love as a thoughtful response and a way to be the best version of ourselves while doing our part to create a safer, more peaceful, and loving world. What will your starfish moment be today? I choose love. I choose love. So that was our starfish moment video. Hey, and a little fun fact, the voices in that video, the man's voice was my brother's voice, and the little boy's voice was my nephew's voice. So kind of fun how that was made in animation. Okay, let's get into a little bit about starfish. I don't know what you guys know about starfish, but they are fascinating creatures of the sea, and they come in all varieties. Have you guys ever seen all these different kinds of starfish? They're actually really beautiful. They're different sizes, they're different colors, they're from different areas in the world. Wait a minute. That reminds me of people. Wow, we are all different. We're all different, and that's what makes life exciting. So, but here's the thing, we are mostly the same. We're 99.9% genetically the same. And that means that we have the same wants and needs. So we all want and need love. And by the way, we're talking about feeling good today, and love feels good, but we all also get hurt feelings. Hurt feelings, and that's no fun, but we all have them, little kids and big kids. But today we're going to focus on how tough times, and by the way, we all struggle sometimes. It's true, it's a human thing, can help make us stronger. Anybody know what this is? This is actually a scar on skin. And, you know, it's interesting. Like, we all feel pain, we all feel discomfort physically and emotionally. So when we get hurt, say I'm sure a lot of people have probably had a scratch on their skin, maybe it was bleeding, but the amazing thing about our bodies is that they begin healing right away. And so maybe they develop a scab, and then that scab might become a scar. And the interesting thing about a scar is that it's different from the skin around it. And you can see that here. This scar is a little bit thicker, it's a little bit tougher, and by the way, it's a little stronger than the skin around it. And that's how we become when we go through tough times. We learn a little more, we grow, we expand in our wisdom and knowledge, and we get stronger. But the interesting thing is, so do starfish. We have a lot in common with starfish. How can starfish heal? And we're actually going to watch a little video about this. Starfish regrow arms. If they have an arm that breaks off or even breaks, they regrow it. If they have some part of their body that breaks off, they regrow it. They regenerate from almost anything, and they do it really quickly. They do it just like we do. We start healing right away, so do starfish. They are very adaptive, just like human beings. I'm going to play this video. This is so cool. Watch how different these starfish are, and they have different wounds, but they're all in various stages of healing.
Good morning, this is Tidepool Tim down at Gulf of Maine. I'm at my office at our biological supply business here. And today I just want to do a little lesson on sea stars and how they regenerate missing rays or limbs. So I've been down to the beach, And I've got a whole pail here of northern sea stars. And what I'd like people to be able to see is the different types of growth in these starfish as they're regenerating limbs. So we've got a bunch of different stars, and you can see we've got some that are missing and regrowing 1 or 2 limbs. We've got some that are, here's an interesting one. This one is actually, I don't know if it's a mutation or what the situation is. It's got 1 limb that's damaged, one that's gray that's looks like growing 2 new little buds there. And then we have a bud coming out of the top of that particular arm. Here's an interesting one that looks like there's a lot of fishing out here that sometimes I think may damage the stars, and that's why we've found quite a few that are regenerating. Here's an interesting, right? This star has 4 arms, and I don't see any evidence of a 5th one budding, but obviously the normal starfish will have 5 arms or rays. Here's an interesting large northern sea star. And this guy, set him down, has 1 arm that is actually split into and regrowing like a fork. If you can see that there. So there's obviously a lot of variety in how these sea stars regrow their limbs. Here's an interesting one. Oops. Looks like he's a surfer or something. This one has 3 arms and no evidence of another one growing yet, but it takes about a year for starfish to regrow a limb to its usual size. So this particular guy here, depending on how well he eats or his habitat, is going to regenerate in about a year. This one looks like it was damaged and lost 2 of its arms.
So the point of this starfish and showing you this video is that starfish also get hurt just like we do. Now, these are more physical wounds, but we have physical and emotional wounds, and they heal. And just the different ways that they heal, I thought was really fascinating. So the ways that we're the same, we both regenerate and we're resilient. Just like starfish can regenerate and recover from adversity, so can humans. We have an incredible capacity to recover after facing struggles. We're adaptable as humans. Sometimes change is scary, but we're able to do it. We can be flexible and flowing. Of course, we know we go to the formula for that, and courage and gratitude and forgiveness and compassion and action. And we also know that positive outcomes can come from challenges, both for starfish and from humans. We can experience positive outcomes from challenges. Starfish gain the ability to grow stronger and potentially avoid future threats, while humans often develop resilience through overcoming difficulties, leading to personal growth and strength. So we know that resilience is a shared trait among living beings, both starfish and humans, and that when we go through difficult times, we can bounce back even stronger, just like starfish. In fact, I thought it was really cool because you guys have been studying the formula that a starfish has 5 legs, 1 leg for each of the components of the formula for choosing love. 1 for courage, 1 for gratitude, 1 for forgiveness, 1 for compassion and action, and 1 for choosing love. Isn't that cool? How perfect is that? All right, let's quickly go through the formula. And I want you to think about the formula today for Choose Love Awareness Month in how it can make you feel better and how it can make someone that you give a starfish moment to feel better. Remember in the video, we talked about starfish moments as being small acts of kindness that we give to other people to make them feel better. And the amazing thing, you all, about this is that when we're kind to somebody else, we feel better. It's really a superpower that we have. And remember, we choose in every interaction how we treat somebody. So it takes courage, though. Come on, let's admit it. It takes courage when you're not feeling that good to be kind sometimes. I know that it does for me, but our personal power is in our ability to choose. We can be kind anyway, and we can even be kind when someone's not being kind to us. When someone's not being kind to us, we know they're not feeling well. We know that hurt people hurt people. So we can get our courage on and choose to be kind back. That is a pretty big starfish moment that takes a lot of courage. Let's talk about gratitude now, being thankful for something. Now, you know, this formula is in order. It actually takes courage to be grateful when things aren't going your way. So we have to really practice our courage. And you remember, we practice courage by doing brave breaths through our belly and through our nose. We can practice courage by becoming starfish ourselves, standing like we're a starfish with our arms out and our legs out in an expansive pose. We can do this for 2 minutes, and that helps our executive functioning come online, where our wisdom is. It helps make us feel more self-confident. It gives us more courage to do what we need to do, to show up, putting our best foot forward, to tell the truth, to be kind to somebody that's not being kind to us. And certainly that courage helps us to be grateful, especially when things aren't going our way. I want to tell you a superhero secret about gratitude. We can only focus on one thought at a time. We know our thoughts directly impact how we feel. So I was in a classroom earlier today, by the way. I'm in Florida and I'm working in a school down here. And I asked the kids, what are you thinking about? And one of the kids raised their hand and said, my cat. And I said, how does that make you feel? And they said, really good. And then I asked another person, what are you thinking about? And they said, I'm thinking about when someone was mean to me. And I said, well, how does that make you feel? And they said, not very good, sad. So we know our thoughts directly impact how we feel. And then how we feel determines how we behave, how we show up each day. And remember, we're focusing today on how we can feel better. So we can use gratitude to shift the focus of our lens from not feeling very good to feeling much better by thinking about something we're grateful for. And there is always something to be grateful for. You can be grateful for your teachers. You can be grateful for Choose Love. You can be grateful for your pets. You can be grateful for your siblings. You can be grateful that you have a brain and that you can learn. You can be grateful that we're together here today. And I am grateful for that. But the incredible thing is, you can only focus on one thought at a time. So this helps us shift our thinking from maybe a thought that makes us feel bad to one that feels better. This is our superpower, choosing to make ourselves feel better. And of course, starfish moment are choosing to make other people feel better. Let's talk about forgiveness in the formula for choosing love. You know what? We're going to be focusing on each one of these character values each week this month. So first week, this week, we're going to be focusing on courage, getting our courage on. Then we're going to be focusing on gratitude, all ways to make us feel better and to help other people. Now we're going to be talking about forgiveness. Do you know what? When I created this formula, all the adults said, I don't think you can teach kids forgiveness because I think it's too complex. I think it's too hard. I don't think kids are going to understand what forgiveness is. And do you know what? Kids do understand forgiveness, sometimes better than big kids. You guys know that forgiveness means letting our pain and anger go. When I ask kids, Do you like forgiveness? They say, oh, it's my favorite character value because it's like a superpower. It feels so good to let it go. And this is so important in everyday life because we get our feelings hurt. And when we forgive somebody who has hurt us, it does not mean that we're saying it's okay. When we get our feelings hurt, it is never okay when somebody is mean to us. It simply means we are not going to hold on to that anger and pain and resentment that might turn into revenge and more anger. We're not going to hold on to it ourselves. We're going to let that go, just like holding on to a balloon and letting it go. Just like when we're hurt, it's like carrying around big bags of rocks, and it doesn't feel good. We put those big bags of rocks down and we let it go. It is so powerful. And by the way, it helps us to feel better. Now we're at our last character value in the formula for choosing love, and it is compassion in action. Compassion has two components. It is the identification of a need or a pain in yourself or someone else. And then it's the action to help ease that pain. Now, we call it compassion in action because this action component is so incredibly important. And it's important because when you do something for someone else, you get all of the help and healing back yourself. It is like throwing those starfish into the sea. Does it take effort? Yeah, you're walking down the beach, you see starfish stranded, the tide's gone out. And by the way, if you don't pick up the starfish, starfish live on seawater. They don't even have blood. They have seawater that circulates through their veins. So if they're not in the sea, they dry up pretty quickly. So the starfish that are on the beach, they need to be thrown back in. So it requires somebody to come along and notice that these starfish are in a lot of trouble and bend down, pick up the starfish and throw them back into the water. But here's the incredible thing, and you guys, not a lot of people know this, and this is all science. We have research to back this up, that when you do something for someone else, you help and heal yourself. Wow, this is the way to make the world a better place. You have the power to help another human being feel better. That is the greatest gift that you could ever give another human being. Now, let's think of some things that we could do as starfish moments. And by the way, they're pretty simple. One starfish moment can be smiling. Just smiling at somebody. When you smile, feel-good neurochemicals wash over your brain and body. And when you smile at somebody, the feel-good neurochemicals wash over their brain and they feel better, even if they don't smile back at you. Although, let me tell you something. When you smile at somebody, it is really hard to not smile, to have them not smile back at you. Or when somebody smiles at you, it's really hard not to smile back at them. But if they're not and they're having a really hard time, you are making them feel better. How about this? How about think about how you feel? You know how we walk by each other and say hello, and it's like, hey, 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 how you doing? Yeah, whatever. Well, how about pausing and looking at somebody in the eyes, making eye contact and saying their name? You know what this says? I see you. The light that I have inside me, this light of humanity, this humanness, sees your humanness. That is an act of love. And so these are small things that we can do for people. And here's the incredible thing, you all. And by the way, you can do this even if you're not feeling that good. In fact, that's the number one time to do this, because when you have the courage to step outside of maybe not feeling that good and you help somebody else, you smile at somebody that needs to be picked up, you give a starfish coin to somebody that looks like they need a lift, you help and heal yourself. You know what? It's the greatest thing that we can do for someone else. And it's all about choosing love. When we help others, we help and heal ourselves. This is all about what the Choose Love Awareness Month is about these starfish moments. It's about focusing our attention on helping others. Instead of focusing our attention on what we don't have or feeling bad, we're focusing our attention on helping other people. And you know what's incredible about that? We help and heal ourselves. Wow, so amazing. So I just want to thank you all so much for joining me today for this incredible, I'm going to stop sharing so I can see everybody, for this incredible kickoff to the Choose Love Awareness Month. We are going to have a lot of fun together this month. Stay connected. I want to see the essays. I want to hear stories. Hey, teachers, we have Choose Love Awareness. We have Daily Dose of Love. I want to see stories about your starfish moments. We would love to highlight them for other teachers. Show what you're doing, the great things that you're doing in your classroom. That's what the Daily Dose of Love is. It is an example of how schools, homes, communities are choosing love all over the world. And we are a part of it. You guys are anchors on it. I am so grateful for everybody that's joined today. I see so many faces out there that I know and love, and the faces that I don't. It's so wonderful to see you. Let's all do hand hearts. Yes, what a great way to end. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And let's have a lot of fun. Yay. All right. Fantastic. So good to see you guys. Wow. You know what? We'll end maybe with watching. If you're still there, we'll watch this starfish again. I choose Thank you, guys. So good to see you.
There once was a little boy walking along the
Oh, you're still there. You guys are popping off. Whoops. I thought everybody had popped off. I'm so sorry. You guys are so awesome. I love you so much. We'll finish up with this. I choose love. Love you guys. I choose love.
There once was a little boy walking along the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them out into the sea. An older man walked by and asked what the boy was doing.
Hey, what are you doing?
The tide has gone out, and all these starfish are stranded. If I don't get them back to the water, they'll die.
But little boy, there are thousands of starfish scattered all over this beach. Even if you worked all day, you would never make a difference.
I made a difference with that one.
Starfish moments in everyday life happen when we do small acts of kindness that make a positive impact on someone else's life. In addition to smiling, making eye contact, and active listening, you can create starfish moments by offering a helping hand, sharing positive encouragement, or showing up for someone in need. The Choose Love formula is a guide for cultivating starfish moments. We create a starfish moment by practicing the courage to pause and choose a thoughtful response over an impetuous reaction, feeling and expressing gratitude, choosing to forgive, to release pain and anger, to cultivate a deep sense of belonging, and compassion in action, to identify a need and actively do something to help. These small gestures collectively contribute to positive change and cultivate connection in the world around us. All the nurturing, healing love we give out comes back to us. When we help others, we help and heal ourselves. This is choosing love as a thoughtful response and a way to be the best version of ourselves while doing our part to create a safer, more peaceful, and loving world. What will your starfish moment be today?
Okay, guys, I guess my screen wasn't sharing. I'm so sorry. Love you all. Mwah. We're going to end it. We will send out this video. You guys are awesome. I love you so much. Thank you for coming. And thanks for choosing love, of course. Mwah.